Hey everybody, thanks for clicking on here at ArklateXHomepage.com and the ArklateXHomepage.com app. I'm meteorologist Josh Morris. As we finally have some rainfall moving back into the Arklatex this afternoon, fairly lightly scattered, but if you take a look at the sky cams that we have in both Shreveport and Texarkana, seeing a little bit of action this afternoon. 95 in Shreveport, and you see off in the distance there we do have a thunderstorm which is kind of over the Bistineau area right now, and that will continue moving to the north. And in Texarkana, kind of hard to tell, but we do have a few raindrops splashing in front of the camera there, and with some of that cloud cover around right now, we're still in the upper 80s, and of course the rain bringing some light cool downs to some areas across the region. There's a look at pinpoint Doppler, and again, most of us missing the rain this afternoon, but I do expect we'll continue to see this activity through about sunset tonight, which is about 8:30, and you see some of those scattered showers over the Bistineau area, and a few of those across North Bossier as well. May eventually drift into southern Arkansas. Texarkana, just that one isolated cell there, and also watching a little bit of activity in DeSoto Parish. And this is the way the radar will probably look again tomorrow and Monday. We'll call that about a 20% rain chance when you see it as lightly scattered as that. But the change for us today, you felt it if you were outside. South wind kind of breezing through at about 10 miles per hour at times. That wouldn't call it windy, wouldn't call it breezy, but you could definitely feel the breeze out there off the Gulf of Mexico today. So the humidity has been a little bit higher, and with that warm up this afternoon, that's the reason we did see a few of those kind of pop-up popcorn thunderstorms, as we call them. And this will continue until we get some better chance for rain for everybody, probably Tuesday into Wednesday. As far as the temperatures, has been a warm day. Most of us have settled into the low and mid 90s here, but do have a few locations that have held in the 80s this afternoon. We'll give you a look at Futurecast here, which just shows some of that pop-up activity through about sunset tonight. Well, that, again, with those dying thunder showers around, we will see some partly cloudy skies overnight, but I think things will stay dry really between about 9 p.m. and probably about noon tomorrow. We'll have some cloud cover around in the morning. There's those pop-up showers again as we go through the back half of the day, and Futurecast shows them, first developing across maybe Arkansas, Oklahoma, but eventually the sea breeze does kick in. We should see some of that activity through Louisiana and Texas. And again, really no rhyme or reason. We don't have a front moving in or anything like that that's triggering these showers, so no rhyme or reason to where they pop up. Just know, especially if you're out on the lakes, there will be some thunderstorms around. No severe weather expected, but again, lightning probably the main issue with any storms that we see both Sunday and into Monday as well, as we see that lightly scattered activity through the back half of the day on Monday. As far as your temperatures, tonight most of us in the low mid 70s, so the comfortable overnight sticking around, and your afternoon highs tomorrow should top out in the mid 90s in most locations. Again, if we're lucky enough to get some rain going early in the day, may see a few locations in the low 90s, but I think everybody in the mid 90s. But a big pattern change on the way, and one quite frankly that we need as we go through the upcoming week. Let's go ahead and put this into motion. You'll see there is a cold front here. You look where Denver, Omaha, Chicago is, and you'll see that front begin to sag south as we go through the middle of the week here. So I think rain chances fairly lightly scattered in that 20 to 30% category through Tuesday, but once we get into Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we're looking at pretty good chances of that rain. There's 5 a.m. Wednesday, and that front will continue to trek south and basically stall over the Arklatex Thursday, Friday, and probably into early next weekend. So we're looking at 2 to 3 days of very high rain chances to round out the week. That will definitely cool the temperatures. With those drought conditions and burn bans, we'll take all the rain we can get, and it's looking promising here over the next 7 days. Your rainfall map will take you through next Saturday afternoon, so 7-day rainfall totals, and that's pretty encouraging to see those 2 to 3 inch amounts, especially across the northern Arklatex, maybe a little bit lighter the further south that you go here, but we definitely need that rain, and it definitely looks like there is some on the way this week. So 7-day forecast, see the temperatures hold steady through Tuesday with those light rain chances, and we'll begin to ramp those rain chances up as we go through the middle and latter half of next week. Should have a few days in the 80s there, and overnight lows will be cooling into the low 70s by the end of the upcoming week. But just kind of keep those fingers crossed that we get that much needed rainfall later on this week.